Good morning. Many of you know that my dad is dealing with a disease called Alzheimer's, and it's been a struggle for our family, but he battles it well. Fortunately, he wrote a book years ago, and it's called Charlie's Letters. And in the introduction up here, it just says, the letters in this book were written by Charlie Williams. After many requests for him to write a book about discipling men, and after several attempts to do just that, someone suggested he simply write letters, sharing some of the truth God has been teaching him during the years. That was easy. The letters began to flow. In July 2010, we began to post these letters and compile them. Here are those letters. I'm going to start with letter 1 today. Get all these great acknowledgments and introduction and table of contents. Letter 1, sharing what I'm learning. And these letters have really impacted me. In fact, I just recently started counting the number of times I've gone through this book. This is my 5th time since I've been keeping track. But letter 1, sharing what I'm learning. Romans 12, 1 and 2. Therefore, I urge you, brethren, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies a living and holy sacrifice, acceptable to God, which is your spiritual service of worship. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may prove what the will of God is, that which is good and acceptable and perfect. This letter has to go back probably 30 years to when my dad met Charlie Tremendous Jones, and had offered to get him 4 or 5 speaking engagements in the St. Louis area and be his chauffeur. Charlie Jones exposed my dad to Oswald Chambers during that time, but he was also a comment that he made that took several years to start to make sense to my dad, and he said he wasn't Charlie Tremendous Jones, he was Charlie Learning Jones, and they had never learned anything. My dad didn't understand what he meant, that he'd never learned anything, but as the years have gone by, he discovered that to say that he's learned something means that he knows all about it, and which in essence means to my dad that now he no longer needs God in that area of his life. So my dad was thankful in the process, he's thankfully in the process of learning every day from the scriptures, from the people he associates with, from society, from everything going on around us. God speaks about this in Romans 12, 1 through 2, where basically he tells us that we no longer need to be conformed to the world that we were born into, but we are transformed by the renewing of our mind, and this comes by learning. And my dad signed this first letter. Have a great day. God bless, Charlie. Well, I hope you enjoy these letters as much as I do. They've just been a real encouragement to me to hear the things my dad taught me my whole life. As he wrote these, I can just hear him saying them to me. So God bless you. Have a phenomenal day. Bye-bye.